Have you ever seen something on the online that you were not supposed to see? Unfortunately, this has happened to almost everyone. Wouldn't it be nice if we could fix this problem? We would all feel better and safer about being on the internet. Government internet censorship would fix this problem and many more. This issue has been a problem in the United States for a long time. There have been multiple bills that have tried to be passed about this topic, but still many people argue from both sides. Many other countries, including Australia and Sweden, already have internet censorship. The government should censor the internet because it would create an internet that is much safer for everyone. It would not affect the average internet user, and we would not have to worry about children seeing anything that they were not supposed to see. The government should censor the internet because it would create a much safer environment for everyone. According to Bill Thompson, a highly respected journalist and writer, if the government did censor the internet, then we would all be able to feel safe and comfortable when going online and not be worried about getting into any trouble. Brian Leatherman, a professor at American University, says that the government should censor anything that threatens national safety. If there is something on the internet that is not safe for everyone to see, it should not be up there. Internet censorship would make everyone feel more comfortable about being online. We all know that there is inappropriate information online, and if it is not okay for the entire population to see, then it simply should not be up there. If all of the inappropriate information was gone, then we could spend more time having fun and getting our work done on the internet without worrying about safety. If the government censored the internet, it would make internet users of all ages feel safer about being online. The internet because it would not affect the average internet user. Jack Rafferty, a CNN reporter, states that when he interviewed several officials, many stated that if an internet censorship bill was passed, it would not affect the average user at all. Dr. Kennedy states that only certain people are exposed to inappropriate content. Only people who regularly see disturbing content on the internet would be affected by this. Only some people see inappropriate content on the internet, whether they choose to or not. A lot of us enjoy the internet mostly carefree, but we still need to all feel safe. If the internet was censored, then the general public would not notice a difference. This is because the good content we see would not be censored, but the bad content others see would be. This would also be helpful because the percent of the population would notice this difference, could then hopefully start to make better choices about what they do on the internet. However, most of us would not even notice a difference. The government should censor the internet because we would not have to worry about children seeing things that they are not supposed to see. When a survey was conducted by C.S. Moat Children's Hospital in Michigan about the top concerns of childhood safety, internet safety was number 7 on the list. Dr. Kennedy concludes that some minors regularly search the internet for inappropriate content and expose others to disturbing things by leaving them displayed on the internet, which can be very disturbing to small children. Is a very big concern for children. Many children do not choose to have these things exposed to them, but yet they are because of other people's poor choices. If these children are exposed to these things when they are young, it could have a lasting effect on them for the rest of their life. If the government did censor the internet, there would be many age limits on most things, so nobody would have to worry about their children seeing something that they were not supposed to see. The internet would be a much safer place for children and for everyone. The government should censor the internet because it would create a safer environment, the average internet user wouldn't even notice the difference, and we would not have to worry about children seeing things that they were not supposed to see. The government should censor the internet because it would make the internet more comfortable and fun for every internet user.
One of the most cherished rights granted to Americans, the right to free speech and freedom of the press. It's protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. Regulating and censoring online content would be in direct opposition of the amendment. This is one of the reasons why we should not censor the internet, for it would take away a lot of our free speech.
The government should not censor the internet, for it would cause the right of free speech to no longer be granted. It would cause Americans to have lack of information, and personal information would be more accessible to hackers.
The reason we should not censor the internet is because the internet right now provides a variety of information that helps us to explore and inform.
Jimmy Wyatt, Public Information Officer, says, "The internet is a place that is growing and expanding on a daily basis. Many individuals use the internet now instead of traditional media to find out about news and events going on close to home and around the world." He also includes that he thinks people are getting informed through the internet faster and it can create safer environments.
Censoring the internet would cause people's personal information to be more out there and public towards hackers. According to KCLP News' Adam Hooper writes that computer hacking is a serious issue and has become very popular over the past few years. Over 2 million people are currently trying to hack information. So I would like to ask you, would you like your information more out there? Because that would happen if the government censored the internet.
Actually, the average internet user would not even notice a difference. Internet censorship would mainly help people who are always exposed to inappropriate content. As I previously mentioned, Dr. Kennedy tells us that because not everyone is regularly exposed to bad content, most people would not even notice a difference if an internet censorship bill was passed. As I said before, only a small amount of people actually see bad content regularly, so it would not cause an upset because the majority of the population would not notice any changes. As I also stated earlier, the government censoring the internet would actually make it a safer place. They would take down all inappropriate content, but not invade anyone's privacy. Journalist Bill Thompson says that internet censorship would make us feel safe and comfortable when going online without being worried about getting into any trouble. Thompson is saying that we should be able to feel safe online, and with internet censorship, we can do that. The government would block everything on the internet that is not safe for us to see. Miscommunication would not be an issue because the government would only block information that is absolutely necessary to be blocked. American University professor Brian Leatherman says that the only things that would be blocked are things that threaten national security. The government would only block info that is necessary to block, so the only things gone would be highly inappropriate things, and therefore no miscommunication would occur.
Or does it work right now?
In China, the internet plays a much deeper role in society because of the normal media is propaganda. You know that we've been appearing in state-run media. It's not objective, but something on the internet might be, says Thomas Campton, Global Managing Director of Abu Ghraib and Mather.
Censorship of the internet would affect our rights and restrict the First Amendment. If the government censored the internet, it would take away free speech and would cause liability issues with government workers. Also, in most countries where